Morning everybody, High Mileage Rider here, and today I'm going to be taking off bright and early on a 3,000 kilometer trip on my $500 1991 Goldwing. What could go wrong? Okay, so here we are on the road taking off from Edmonton. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of humidity and some fog this morning. Beautiful temperatures though. I believe it's 19 to 20 degrees to start our ride. You'll notice I'm doing a voiceover on this video because my microphone is still giving me issues and I'm searching for a new one. This is the inaugural trip on the Goldwing. So a funny little story. I'm sitting down last night chatting with my wife. I had just texted my buddy Ken and he's all like, "We can't wait to see you, it's gonna be awesome. You know, we'll do what we can for rides given that there are fires all through BC, but it'll be good." So I look down at my calendar and I say to myself, I think I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow. So as I look further into the calendar, it says Monday, leave for BC. And then it says on Tuesday, leave for BC. Well, I obviously can't leave on both days, so which one is it? So I give Ken a call and he says, "Oh yeah, we're making a shrimp boil for tomorrow night because you're supposed to be here tomorrow night. Make sure you're not late." Oh, for God's sakes, am I ever stupid? So now it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm packing for a trip in 7 hours. I got to bed by 11, up at 5 a.m. And actually, I hope to get on the road by 5, but as you can see, it's actually 6 a.m. But I guess it really doesn't matter. As long as you're on vacation, you start when you start. We'll see you guys a little further down the road. Okay, so here we are coming into Gasoline Alley for our first fuel stop of the day. We're only down to about half a tank, but given that I'm not sure the mileage I can get per tank, I've decided discretion is the better part of valor, and we'll just keep topping up until we see how far we can get on a tank and keep us out of trouble. So far, the bike is running great.
Okay, so here we are in Golden. No video from essentially after Calgary to here because it was pouring rain, nothing to see. But the bike handles great in the pouring rain through the mountain passes, through the twisties. She's really dirty now, but running like a champ. I just stopped here at the Esso to pee, get some food. Next stop, Crazy Creek Resort.
Okay, so we made it. How far is it, guys, from Edmonton? 762 kilometers or something like that? 762K, and it was like 8.5 hours, but it was slow ass through the fucking construction. And I'm just gonna say, that is a motorcycle. That is a bottle of wine. Come with me. This is Ken's new black road glide. Isn't it nice? Shit. Hang on, let me turn the camera on. This is some of Harley's finest work, that's all I gotta say. Comfortable, luxurious. Apparently, someone didn't understand the concept of ride your motorcycle to the campground. I think that kind of qualifies like bringing a knife to a gunfight when you bring a car to a motorcycle ride, but hey, that's okay. And the girl, oh, wine's ready.
So here we are, safe and sound, coming up to Ken's place. So Ken and I are heading to the Jamboree this morning for breakfast. This is day 2 of the trip. This is Ken on his new to him 2011 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. All in black because that is his favorite color, as you can tell. And this is the Jamboree. They have the best breakfast paella you've ever had. And that's all I can really say about that. So hopefully, as you can see, the smoke has completely cleared from yesterday, and we have nothing but blue skies and sunshine. It's a balmy 24 to 25 degrees today. Beautiful weather for riding. Ken is really loving his new Road Glide, new to him Road Glide. And I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful looking bike, and it looks great on him. I'm really glad he's enjoying it. And the Winnebago I'm driving has really been doing well, especially in the twisties. And here we are coming down into Penticton. The smoke, as you can see, is letting up a little bit more, not as bad as it was in a Soyuz, but definitely worse than it was on the other side of the mountain range, where we were this morning. We are back from the first day of riding in Kelowna with the Goldwing. Turn around. I even got to wash it. Look how clean it is. Almost as clean as that Harley. Today we went to the Jamboree for breakfast. What did we have? Paella?
Yeah, breakfast paella.
Breakfast paella with lobster, crab, some kind of hollandaise sauce, and shrimp, and it is definitely not on my Weight Watchers program. We then went to Beaverdale. Then we hit Rock Creek. Then where did we go? All right, Asoyas, Oliver for Mexican food. I will insert a picture here. Then Penticton, and then worked our way back. And what was the main highway, 33?
Yeah, 33 was down through Rock Creek, past the Big White turnoff.
33 to Rock Creek, past the Big White. I remember Big White. I used to always call it Big Sur. Then I realized that's in California. So anyways, after a first full day in the twisties, I can officially confirm, while this thing is a fucking land yacht, it's slow speed turns and slow speed maneuvering. On the highway, it corners like a goddamn sport bike.
You can lean this thing over until you're sliding down the side of the highway on the side of it. It's awesome. I don't know how much lean angle there is on this, but it's definitely more than a cruiser, less than an adventure bike. Where are we going tomorrow, Ken?
I don't even know.
Okay, so we're going, we don't know where, but you should come and watch because God knows what's going to happen. Okay, everybody, today is day 3. We are heading to Kamloops, and then who knows where. It is much warmer today than it was yesterday, and blue skies.
So we've just gotten off the highway and we're going down this road called, I think, it's Permishi Pass, which goes parallel to the highway, which is just above us. And we get to be right along the water. Okay, searching for roads that are open. During the forest fires, we have found Highway 97. C, I think it's called. That will take us to Kamloops to visit Anders and Nadine. Look at those poor, pitiful corn crops. So this is the little town of Falkland. Ice cream! Ooh, the Falkland pub is up there. Maybe we're gonna stop for some lunch. They have great food.
The Falklands Pub. And look at that ugly son of a bitch.
So here we are coming up to Anders and Nadine's place. So Anders and Nadine have gone on many trips with us, and Anders went with us when we did our Route 66 trip. It's going to be great to see them again. So Ken and I are going to switch bikes for a little bit. I'm going to be riding his 2011 Road Glide, and he will be riding my 1991 Honda Goldwing, just to see what it's like. First thing I notice on Ken's bike is that the wind protection is okay but not great for a bike with such a large fairing. I find lots of wind noise and buffeting on my helmet, and there's quite a bit of air hitting me in the arms, chest, and lower body. Ken's going to want to eventually put higher pullback bars on this bike so he can sit back a bit and not get stiffness in between his shoulders. Ken is about 6'3" and I'm 6 feet, and I'm really leaning forward in order to reach the bars. Almost feels like I'm on a cafe racer, and it's quite uncomfortable for me. And here goes Ken, giving her the beans. With the bars this far forward, you really have to push to initiate a turn. However, once it starts to turn, it leans in very nicely. Ken said before that he thought that the Goldwing felt smaller in the cockpit area for the riding position. That's probably true due to the fact that on his road glide he has floorboards to stretch out on, and with the Goldwing all you have is the mid-mount pegs, and then of course highway pegs that you can use. This road glide has really nice power and is incredibly smooth on the highway. The shifting is good, the transmission feels great. Both of these bikes will easily cruise all day long at, oh wait a minute, that's not legal, about 140. The speed limit here is 120. But these bikes both have more than enough power, more than enough comfort to take you anywhere you want to go on the highway. Another thing I really like about the Road Glide is the position of the gauges in the fairing. It makes it very easy to read all of them, they're easy to see. But I have to tell you, as nice as this 103 motor is, and as much pull as it has, it is unbelievably hot. The amount of heat coming off this motor is incredibly uncomfortable, even for a short ride like I'm taking. I couldn't imagine riding this bike long distance. I accidentally leaned my right leg against the exhaust pipe coming off the rear cylinder, and it felt like it was burning my leg through my boots.
Alright, let's see what Ken thought of the bike. That's really nice, Ken. I don't like having to be like this, but other than that, it's really, really smooth. Unbelievably smooth, Ken.
That gets me. When I fix that, because it was so nice to get in there.
It
was a little close for me.
But
it was sure like, oh man, that feels so relaxing because where I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Right, yes, absolutely. Well, I can see when we're riding and you go like this. Yeah. But no, you definitely will feel like a larger cockpit because you've got floorboards, right? So you can put your feet out. But that's why you got highway pegs. The only thing is you do have to spread your legs quite wide to get around these engine guards because they flare out.
But like it's really like it's very sensitive to input.
Yes, that's why I say you barely have to touch it and it leans.
It's almost scary.
Well, it's what you get used to, right?
Well, exactly, because this is more like a barge.
Yes, I guess, yeah.
A land barge, or like a great big ocean liner.
Well, you remember before, whenever we would switch bikes or something, you guys would take off like that out of hell, and I'd be like, oh, I got to get used to this.
Yeah.
But
well, thanks, man. I like it. I'm getting more and more used to it.
yes, yeah.
This you could go on any interstate and you wouldn't have a problem.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You could probably sit and cruise at 160 all day if you want.
And you're not going to have a problem.
Yeah.
It's like, it's smooth.
It's smooth, very smooth. How did you like I mean, you never tried it with the air ride, but what do you think of the progressive suspension?
Coming across those bumps,
yeah.
It's like butter.
Yeah. This is really good too. Yeah. Like, this seems like it has a better suspension than your Dyna did.
It may, but the Dyna's was a little bit more raw all around.
Yes. Yeah, because this is a touring bike. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Back on my baby again.
Well, we should be back by about 6:20. have a nice relaxing shower, make some supper, and then open up that bottle of Wiser's Old Fashioned. Maybe see how quickly we can drink the whole damn bottle. This has been an awesome day of riding. We've had beautiful weather. We got to visit with friends. We went to the Falklands Bar for an amazing lunch. I can't wait to see what tomorrow holds. There's a rumor that we might even be heading out to Powell River.
So we are back from an amazing day of riding. Ken is wrenching on the road glide.
Why?
We discovered,
Because I have to.
not because he has to, we are making subtle tweaks and adjustments to make it perfect for him. We switched bikes coming over the Coquihalla, sticking strictly to the speed limit, which was I think 130, 140, something like that. And he sounded surprised to hear that I said his bike runs beautifully. It's a wonderful bike. I was equally surprised to hear that I think he liked the Goldwing too. Now tomorrow we're heading to Powell River, just for the night and then coming back. Where are we staying at Powell River again, Ken? Town Center Inn. So we will see you guys on the road tomorrow because I think we get to take 2 ferries. So the Goldwing will get its feet wet for the first time.
Okay, now after going down this beautiful road, we get to go through some very scenic tunnels cut into the side of the mountain. They are pretty darn cool. If you look on the side, we've got a bear walking with its cub and then climbing up a tree. So our plan is to make a quick little pit stop and hope to have a drink, get some gas, because I'm right on E and we've got about 224k. After making a quick stop with Ken, we've decided, let's make an adventure. So we're going to go for Chilliwack instead of the dirty, dirty gas in Hope. That reference is for my buddy Heath. I do have 5 extra liters of gas in my side cases. I wasn't sure what kind of gas mileage I was going to get, so considering this is my first road trip on this bike. Looking at the bike, I'm at 225k, I'm on E, but the light has not yet come on. Let's give her and see what happens. Okay, so my GoPro ran out of power just as I was pulling up to the station. Okay, Ken, that was a stop sign. As I rolled up to the gas station, and this is funny, Ken looks at me and goes, did the light come on yet? As I'm standing in front of the pump with my credit card out in my hand. And I look at him and say, yeah, the light came on right as I was coming off the highway. Ken says, do you want to go for Chilliwack? I look at him and say, I'm standing in front of the gas pump with my credit card out. No, I do not want to go for Chilliwack now. So it ended up that I put 21.2 liters of gas in the tank, and this bike has a 23 liter tank. So I had about 1.8 liters left of gas. I might have been able to go another 15 kilometers if I was lucky. So there you go. 262 kilometers on the tank till essentially empty in my 1991 Honda Goldwing. And this is why I would never live in British Columbia. Can you imagine people choosing to drive in this traffic every day? Fuck. This is a Thursday at 11:43 and we're stopped on a 3-lane highway. Unbelievable. And Ken tells me this is normal traffic for the middle of the day in the middle of the week. the turn for the ferries in 1,200 meters. Ooh, that wasn't bad with the new suspension. I think I was going a little fast though. Alright, we'll see you on the other side. So we're going down to lane 10, the Sunshine Coast. The fee for the ferry is not bad. It was $35.70. I believe as we get closer, motorcycles will get priority boarding, but we'll see. Or maybe not.
As this is an overloaded sailing, we ask that all drivers pull up close to the vehicle in front of you to get more of you on your way. Once again, this is our 125 sailing, the Coastal Renaissance, now docking berth number 1. Thank you. DC ferries is pleased to provide a smoke-free environment. Customers are reminded there is no smoking.
And it looks like we're boarding right away. Woo! Talk about timing. There we go. We are on the ferry. And there you can see the next group of people waiting to get on the ferry. So this ferry had cars on the level we were on, and also cars below us. And this is the town of Gibsons. And just ahead of us is our lunch destination, Molly's Reach, just like the TV show. So we've got about 90 minutes to drive roughly, because there's a lot of communities here and the speed will be just a little bit slower until we get to the next ferry. And it looks like the next ferry will not leave till about 6 p.m. So we've already missed the one for 3:45, and that's because it's 3 o'clock right now. So yeah, we are just going to take our time meandering along the Sunshine Coast. We'll see you at the next ferry. So this area we're coming up to is considered the Davis Bay Parkway. Look at this beautiful view. And look at these homes, obviously right on the water. Some of these homes are getting a new facelift. An absolutely beautiful, clear day.
And here's our next ferry. We got a little bit of a wait, but that's okay. Priority boarding for motorcycles, baby. Nice. Go ahead, Ken. Loading on the ferry to Powell River. Okay, here we are coming into the city of Powell River.
Okay, so here we are coming into the city of Powell River. Lisa loves to go searching for shells here on the beach. Look at the front row seat these lucky people have. Absolutely gorgeous out here. So we're gonna go get some Thai food for supper before we go to the hotel. We've stopped here before, they have great food. And here we are at the Town Center Hotel. And there's our friend's bike, the Striker. So this morning, before we head back to Kelowna, we're going to leave Powell River and drive out to Lund, which will be the farthest point, I believe, for Highway 101. And apparently, there's a place called Nancy's Bakery that we have to go to get the best cinnamon buns ever. We'll see you there.
And this is the town of Lund. Mile 0 of Highway 101.
So here we are at the Sultry Bay Ferry, and we missed it all because Ken needed cinnamon buns. That's all I'm going to say. Cinnamon buns and a pitcher, and now we're waiting another 2 hours. But we're going to meet lots of cool people. The bike is running awesome. We'll see you on the other side. So we made it to Langley. Unfortunately, we got screwed by the ferries. That's the correct word, right, Ken? Screwed. Yeah. And could not get back to Kelowna because we didn't get here till like 10 o'clock, quarter to 10. But we now have pizza, we have drinks, and all is good. I'm only making this note because Ken noticed something very important today. Every single place we stopped, people were amazed at my bike. Either their father had one, their brother had one, their uncle had one, they want one. So he's trying to convince me this should be my main touring bike now. I'm not sure.
Hell yeah, that goes without saying. If you don't, you're a numpty.
A numpty.
Technical term.
Technical term is numpty. I don't know how to spell that. Now, the Tenere is supposed to be my excellent retirement vehicle. So we're going to have to think about this, especially if I get the trailer going. On another note, the BC fires have gotten worse. Every place we visited 2 days ago has now got fire. And in certain parts, the fire has jumped the Coquihalla even. So we're going to check and see which way we can go home tomorrow. It might be the scenic route via Hope, Kamloops, the connector back, or if the Coke is open, we can go that way. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow.
So here we are leaving Langley at 10:33 in the morning because Ken needed to get his beauty sleep. We were greeted by rain this morning on our trip back to Kelowna.
But unfortunately, here we are seeing another accident. We should be able to get in front of it before the ambulance gets here and we have to get out of the way. If the truck driver will let us over. Looks like somebody got rear-ended. Looks like everybody's out and okay, so that's great to see. Oh, airbags off, yeah. Wow, that's a good one. Hopefully everybody's okay. Second accident, jeez.
And up ahead of us you can see the fires smoldering in the trees all along here. Hopefully the wind does not shift, because it will then cause it to jump over the Coquihalla here as well. You can see it all along here in the smoke. It's just crazy how many forest fires they have going right now in BC. So good morning everybody. Today is the ride home day back to Edmonton. And as you can see, I'm greeted by glorious sunshine. No, not really. As you can see, it's pouring rain. Ken was originally going to come with me for the ride to Kamloops, but he decided because it was pouring rain and cold, he did not feel like going for a ride on purpose. And I think I can respect that. Even though it means I'm going to have to sing to the voices in my head all the way. That's okay. They don't often argue with me, and when they do, I generally win the argument. Anyways, this is going to be boring because it's raining. I'll see you when it stops.
So here we are coming into Little Fort. And this has always been one of my traditional places to stop to get some lunch. And I always get a picture beside the bears with the different bikes that I've owned. I'm not sure how many pictures I have, but I have quite a few. Hopefully this dog doesn't eat me. So I'm back, I've unpacked, and I've had a chance to reflect on the trip that I just did. Over the course of the 5 days, I covered about 3,800 kilometers. That involved a 1,000 kilometer day driving out and a 1,000 kilometer day driving back. The bike performed flawlessly, mechanically, no issues. I found out the gas mileage got better and better as I was going along. I was averaging around 250 to 270 kilometers till bone empty, which I don't think is that bad for a almost 900 pound carbureted bike. It started all the time. We had wide varieties of temperature, anywhere from when I left to come home, it was like plus 10, plus 11 pouring rain, to days when we were riding where it was in the upper 30s. And the bike performed flawlessly, started every time, no problem. Surprisingly enough, a Goldwing does actually put out a fair amount of heat when it's hot out, but opening those vents on the sides is wonderful to get air rushing past your legs. No problems with any of the components on the bike working well. The progressive suspension was really good. Can't wait to do a trip two up and towing the trailer to see how that works. Should be good. I don't anticipate any problems. So yeah, no problems taking the $500 Goldwing on a motorcycle trip. My buddy Ken says that I need to consider taking it on a longer trip, maybe even taking it to Sturgis and pulling the trailer. We'll see. Apparently the previous owner told me this bike has been to Sturgis 3 times. And if it could talk, I would blush. That sounds like a good title for a video. Anyways, before anything like that can happen, there's a few more things we have to do on the bike. First, I need to get that cruise control working. The next thing I need to do is we're going to take apart the front end of the bike in the spring, put the new progressive springs in the front forks, change the fork oil, fork seals. While we have the whole front of the bike apart, I'm going to change all the light bulbs in the front. I'm going to stick with halogens. Those ones are at least 30 years old. while I have the bike apart, might as well change them, then I don't have to worry about bulbs burning out. There's a couple lenses in the front that have cracks, I'll replace those. Most importantly, I've got new dash bulbs that I got off Amazon, which will have to go in because I don't really like riding at night when I can't see any of my instrumentation on the bike. Now, other than that, the bike is ready to go. So yeah, the bike performed great. There were no issues. I'm really looking forward to doing my next trip on the bike. So far, I have put on just over 6,000 kilometers in 6 weeks. So the bike is doing great. Now, unfortunately, that's 6,000 kilometers that I have not been putting on my Tenere. But first world problems, right? First world problems. It's always nice to be able to say to people, I'll take my other motorcycle. So, we'll see you in the next video. We'll get this one processed as quick as we can. And remember, keep that right hand cranked and the rubber side down.